quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area.
Interesting. That fucker hosting this shit happens.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s. Not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready, set.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw Lawrence. And able to find Kirk completely. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. When they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Right back to him on first down. And he's got this down to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Lawrence. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And the kick is good.
Got it. Wow.
A little help there from the crossover, but the carom goes his way. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Goff and this Lions offense set for 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Nifty move. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
On 2nd down, Cook stiff-armed him. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now there's a scooped up.
There we go.
He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
You know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case,
shit, I'm not even talking books about this game. Fuck. I'm out here watching the goddamn NBA game.
Now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Touchdown! Juwan Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them, but I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. McCaffrey running up the middle. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And looking for Kittle, but it's
that's so stupid.
And the Lions are in great shape.
Don't get us good.
As they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Pick 6 from the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After one, 17-7 is our score. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Cook again. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those
Come on, bro. We're there.
So they can make some progress in this one.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. On first down, gone. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This will be caught at about the 5. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D.
Come on, man.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Escaping the pressure right. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They run again on first down. Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Wow, 185 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojolari. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand.
He's got daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 68 yards. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. Instead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, he probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Cook up the gut. And he'll get into
it's fucking whack, bro.
Touchdown Detroit. Dalvin Cook, a 23-yard run. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly put it down. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. first and 10. It's Lawrence. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lawrence will throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
Come on, bro. Go down.
At the 38. So we're up on halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. A nice move at midfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Cook. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Play action. It's Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
Bro, no. And we missed the tackle. Like, fuck.
Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 75 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get
he just rides ass in the end zone.
Touchdown, Detroit. Dalvin Cook saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Goff looking to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
The Niners take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Able to find Gray here. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Room here to run. Another truck. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now Lawrence. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards. As
that's a big-ass tight end here. Bro.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's to Cook out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And now contact up front. And this might set up an interesting decision. Going quickly out to the right side. Touchdown! George Kittle, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And now here's another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
171 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Finding Gray on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
It kind of feels good to be back in the fucking winning column, bro. That 6-game stretch was rough. Jeez. 6 games was rough.
Over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 84 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for two. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Lawrence.
Shit.
And
Successful throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And some space here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Zerline on and the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, it's intercepted. There it's his guys will get the football back. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most?
Right, that's a pick. That's a pick.
Often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He finds Kittle going across the field. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Nice footwork at the 25. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And it seems
Wow.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
27 yards.
And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Now Lawrence. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that, going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.